Hey, good afternoon. All right, so just wanted to give you a little explanation today. Um, we have two gardens, so you'll be seeing both on this YouTube channel. We have the Tabernacle Garden, and the Tabernacle Garden is across from me and my husband's church. We are co-founders of New Vision Christian Tabernacle, and so across from our church, we bought the property, and we've only had that property just a couple years, so we're just getting it fenced in. We have one area where we're growing some things, but the property goes all the way up the hill. So we will be showing you that as we develop it. We have been able to get a few things. There is a natural spring on that garden property up the hill, so we're trying to figure out how to harvest it best. The water. But things actually in the one area that we started at the bottom of the hill, it's actually growing bigger than it does at the Frazier-Higgins homestead. And I just think it's because of the spring water. But then also on the property next to our home, where we call it the tiny house property, all in the back of there is where we have our fruit trees, we have peach trees, we have pear tree, cherry trees, fig trees, blueberry bushes, raspberry bushes, blackberry bushes, and then a host of vegetables that we grow in the garden. A couple strawberry patches, and throughout the seasons, we will be showing you that. We also have our fur babies who love to be outside in their little habitat area, Abraham and Zeus. We call them AB for Abraham and Zeus. And they're our big babies because they're not small. We have, of course, 5 adult children, 1 sergeant, son, and 4 daughters. So at the Frazier-Higgins homestead, you also will see grandchildren sometimes. My grandchildren, they've been gardening since they were little, some of them. 3 of them, have helped me. You will see them periodically. I'll post some pictures of them to where they knew how to grow pumpkins. They learned how to grow all kind of vegetables. They can tell you the difference between Swiss chard and arugula and all these different types of things. And, let me encourage you that health is wealth. I mean, when you look around this world, you will see a lot going on. A lot of instability and a lot of different things. There's a lot of people right now that are out of work with the government shutdown. But if people could just grow their food, I just want to encourage you that, like, 1 packet of seeds, you might spend $1 or $2 and it could feed you for months off these seeds. If you're not a gardening person, some people say, well, I don't like to garden. That's fine. Find your local person that does. We have one thing in our church that we call it the basket of blessing, so that a lot of people don't garden, but if we get a overflow of tomatoes, we get an overflow of cucumbers, and those of you who garden know there's always an overflow, then we can give somebody a basket of blessing. One member had a birthday, not a member of our church, but of another church, had a birthday. A family member, though, in my family, had a birthday. And I gave her a pumpkin. I gave her a couple zucchinis. I gave her some tomatoes, cucumbers, and, health is wealth. Because I can never say that enough, that you could have $1 million. But if you're sick, it's going to the hospital. It's going to the doctor. I'm 59 years old. I'm almost 60 years old. And you know what? I work on health and wellness, and so that can be you too. So I just want to encourage you. I also love to come out in between, and I like to read my garden Bible, or literally my garden Bible, and I like to show some things out of that sometimes, and a verse or two out of that. It talks about how you can cultivate the earth, right? Things that were here, our ancestors lived on the gardens, and so we can too. But like I said, if gardening is not for you, that's okay. then find somebody that you can, farmer's market or something where you can get something healthy. So, I'm going to be going out and doing some projects in the garden. So you'll see some more videos. But I wanted to take time to explain that a part of the Frazier-Higgins homestead, you will see the tabernacle garden as well, because, it's all a part of it. So you have a blessed day, and don't let anyone stress you out, because you know why? God is too good. Bye.